morning everyone from Seoul. It feels so good to be back. I'm finally over the jet lag. I fully adjusted to the Korea time zone, and good news is it's looking very sunny today. The moment I landed, it was very gloomy, it rained a lot, and I just didn't want to film videos in such a dark mood. And now that I feel like myself again, I wanted to do a sit-down video giving you guys an update on my apartment situation. So I'm moving, and I know I didn't really have the chance to update you guys ever since I filmed the apartment hunting video, but it's happening. Apartment hunting was so stressful. First off, it is extremely hot during the summertime, and so walking from one apartment to another, it was a struggle. And two, a lot of the places weren't big enough or it was too pricey, and I just felt really discouraged. But I finally found an apartment that I will be showing you guys later on in the upcoming weeks, because I will be moving out of this apartment very soon. And so I'm gonna show you guys the moving process, because now I have so much stuff, like a couch to move, a refrigerator, TV stands, desks, beds. So I'm gonna show you guys that process, and I'm going to film the current apartment tour because there are rooms that I didn't really share officially on my channels, so stay tuned. No aesthetic intros, outros. Today's JOANDAY is just going to be a sit down and a little bit of a serious type of video, I guess. So before getting started, I wanted to cover the 3 different options you guys have for an apartment. The first is 월세, which is a monthly rent. You pay a deposit and then you pay monthly. The second is 전세, where you pay a bigger deposit and you don't have to pay that monthly rent. And the third option is to buy the place. So the most frequently asked question that I received was, why are the deposits so high? Basically, the landlord earns money by investing in it, and they make money off of interest every month. So that's why the deposits are so high. Deposits can range from your monthly rent price all the way to $600,000. And I'm not exaggerating with you. It really depends on how big your apartment is, where your apartment is, how new the apartment is, and of course, the owner. It's really up to the owner of the apartment. Do you get the deposit back? Yes. How much of it do you get back? It really depends on the landlord, but so far I always got all of it back. And my friends also shared that they didn't get any of it deducted as well. They usually get all of it back, but again, it really depends on your landlord. Let's talk about location. Living in Seoul is expensive. Living in an apartment in Seoul can be very expensive. And there is Gangbuk and Gangnam, and of course Gangnam is going to be a lot more expensive. I do have friends who live in Gangnam, and they do say that whenever they come over, they always point out that my space is a lot bigger, yet they pay a lot more, or they pay a similar price for a smaller space. So Gangbuk is a lot cheaper than Gangnam. My first year in Korea, I actually lived in Jeollado and Mokpo, to be more specific, and the school that I worked for paid for my accommodation, and I found out that it was $300 or $400 a month. I'm going to start my room tour now. Okay. the Seongshin Women University area, and of course college areas can be a lot cheaper. I remember paying, I think, about $600 a month for that one room. And of course, that is on the expensive side for Seongshin University, but I wanted like a clean new space, and that's why I went with that office still. So those are like two examples outside of my current apartment right now. And if you guys are curious about my current apartment, I pay about $1,500 a month, and the deposit for this place was $50K. A lot of you guys were shocked by how I am moving out of this place already, but it's because I didn't purchase the place, and ideally I wanted to renew the contract, but the owner wanted to lease it out for chonse instead of 월세. Why don't you just buy instead of renting? Now, if it was America, it would be a lot different for me, because as an American, I can pull out loans and I can talk to my bank and figure something out. But here in Korea, I am a foreigner, and it's not easy for a foreigner to just pull out a loan. It just doesn't work that way. It's the law and it makes sense. So those are the frequently asked questions, and the next thing that I noticed that a lot of people pointed out was the numbers, and if they were confused if I meant it in dollars or won, and I did mean it in dollars. I'm sorry for confusing you guys. It's because, for example, 5,000 is 5,000. 5,000 불 is $5,000. 5,000만 원 is about $50,000. So while editing, I did edit in the correct price for each of the apartment. So everything you read on screen is correct, and so I just wanted to clarify that. And I think that's about it. I really want to film the current apartment tour because it is the first apartment that I saved up for. So I'm going to clean my apartment and also pack. I have a lot of organization that I need to get done, and I'm going to look at the new apartment's layout to see how I want to arrange the furniture. So it's gonna be a lot of planning today. And so let's start with the beauty room. It's gotten a lot better since the last time. I do have to organize it though. Yeah, so maybe you guys will get an aesthetic outro. All right, let's go clean. So an update on this room. I actually got a lot of the beauty products organized. Let me show you. Most of the beauty products are organized now. That box is for my friends and family, and maybe we'll do a giveaway for those products. Today I'm going to focus on clothes. This is a chair full of clothes that I need to organize, and I'm going to take a closer look at this. The rack is falling down, so I'm going to look at this today and try to get this fixed. For clothes, I am probably going to donate. And I think my friends also wanted to take a look at them. So that's the plan.